Hey everybody, how you doing? Sam Snyder here, the Homemade Entrepreneur. Today I want to talk to you guys about wholesale. I've been getting a lot of questions lately, a lot from clients asking about wholesale. How can they start? What is the first step? Now, a lot of people wonder and they like to buy things online. You know, the internet is a great resource. You can pretty much get anything online, but when it comes to wholesale products, uh, is the internet the best place to go? It is in a sense, but you need to understand that you go to the internet, you do research. When it comes to buying wholesale products, do I buy the majority of my wholesale products online? In the beginning, no, I don't. I always attend a trade show. Um, okay, when I say always, I don't always attend a trade show. Probably 95% of the time, I will go to a trade show to see the product, to see different, um, companies, different manufacturers, everything. You can see at trade shows. You get first-hand experience touching the product, seeing what it does. If it's a toy, if it's a home improvement product, if it's a home good, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you can see it. You can actually touch the product because they have it. Now, one of the questions I always get is, what are the best trade shows to go to, or where can I attend something like this? Well, they're in pretty much every major city across the United States. I haven't gone to any outside of the United States, so I don't know about that. So people from Canada or anywhere else, I'm not sure exactly where you'd have them, but chances are they'd be in one of the major cities. I live in Washington State, so I go to Seattle all the time. There's always some type of trade show going on in Seattle or in one of the surrounding cities, so I'm always there. Okay, I go to Spokane quite a bit because there's always trade shows going on. They may not be the biggest ones, but you don't have to go to the biggest one to find a good deal. You don't have to go to the biggest one to find the next quality product. There are a lot of small manufacturers, smaller companies coming up that don't attend the large trade shows. There's probably multiple reasons why they don't, but some of them don't. So, a couple tips when starting wholesale. First, do your research online. Don't pretend that you know everything. Don't think that it, I hear so many horror stories pretty much of people that are that bought a certain product or committed to a certain amount, and then they get something and it's not exactly what they thought it was. Whether they didn't read a contract they signed, maybe, or their order form, maybe they weren't listening when they were talking to the uh, the supplier. Maybe the supplier was they're getting rid of an old product to make room for a new one, and chances are maybe you bought the old version, but you need to understand that stuff. So that's doing your research is very important. Knowing what you're going to buy, talking to the supplier or the manufacturer, making sure you know what you're getting. Build a relationship with them. If this is going to be a quality product, if it's going to be something that you're going to sell, clear into the future, then you want to build a relationship because a relationship is going to get you better customer service. It's going to get you better pricing, which means you're going to have a stronger business model and that equals more profit. So keep that in mind. Next thing, I always get asked, and it makes sense, but how much money should I take to a trade show? Now, if you're talking about just cash, I don't take much cash to a trade show. So I take very little because most orders you can place, you can use your credit card. Okay, so don't take $10,000, $20,000 to a trade show when if something were to happen to it, or you leave it in the hotel. There's so many different things. Take very little money, just what you need for yourself to eat. Travel a little bit if you rent a car or do a few things. But the main thing you need to understand is that most places, most suppliers, manufacturers will accept a credit card. So just take a credit card that you have, that one that you use for business, and use that. But as far as how much money you need, A typical first order of mine, just to kind of test the waters, is normally between $100 to $500. Sometimes I get in for less than 100, but normally $100 is a good start, because if it's a new toy or something, $100 will probably get me between 5 to 10. Well, mainly because I keep my sales. I try to keep the minimum price, my minimum sales, up a little higher. So it's usually between 5 to 10 units, and that's just an initial order. And usually when I come in with a bigger order, or the past few times I've come in with a bigger order, I'm getting stuff for probably uh, I'm getting like 60% margin on all my stuff, um, which is pretty good. It could be better, but I know a lot of people that are getting a lot less than that. So again, take only as much money as that you're willing to spend. Don't take all your capital, because you still, if you don't find anything, you still have to run your business when you get back home, or once you leave the trade show. Which also brings me to another point. If you drove to that trade show, if it was close enough that you could drive your own vehicle, one thing I recommend is do some research, because when you're selling on Amazon, the thing that you are always doing is you are always sourcing. So do some research. Figure out, are there thrift stores near the trade show, whatever location it's at? Are there pawn shops? Are there retail stores? You need to look and see if there are any of these things, because if there are, you should go to them. There was one trade show that I went to in another state, right across the street. They were having an auction. It was going to be 2 days later, after I was supposed to already be gone. They were having an auction that was all overstocked items that were in my pocket from that auction, but came out of there with a decent amount of stuff. It probably took about a week and a half to process, and but it was very profitable. So be on the lookout for something like that. But again, do research. It all comes down to research. Whether you're buying a wholesale product, whether you're not sure what trade show to go to, what the product is, how much you can sell it for, where you can source outside of that trade show, if there are any other options for you as far as buying inventory outside of that trade show, other than retail arbitrage and thrift stores, such as an auction, maybe even a storage auction. You never know. So, but that's pretty much my video for today. I just wanted to kind of get that out there, because a lot of people have been asking about wholesale. This is New Year 2016. If you've been doing retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, thrifting, garage sales, anything like that, and you're wanting to step up and take your business to the next level, this is the year to do it. Don't wait. People that hesitate to make decisions on their business normally lose money. So don't hesitate. Do some research. Figure this stuff out. If you have questions, comment below. Be more than happy to answer your questions. Make sure you're having an incredible 2016. Again, any questions, comment below. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, click that button right there. Come on to date, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright, you guys take care.